So it seems that we may be getting our wish. Henry Cavill actually may be getting involved in an official Warhammer 40,000 movie or TV show. This is not a drill. For me, I am literally over the moon. But let's take a step back and let's look at everything that has been hitting the web over the past couple of hours. Now, just to make you all aware that I am getting over Nurgle's Plague, so this is why I look like death warmed up, and this is why I haven't been making videos for the past couple of days. I'm sorry, I'm getting back to my best. Anyway, let's start with the big Henry Cavill news. So for those of you who haven't been following what's been going on, Henry Cavill is no longer playing Superman. It came out over the past couple of days that DC, the brand new creative director, who is James Gunn, is going in a different direction. So Henry is officially hanging up his cape, and he will not be playing that role again. Sad times, because I actually do think that Henry Cavill played the best Superman, in my opinion, and that goes with like Ben Affleck playing, Batman and Aquaman and all the characters who played those characters. I thought they were literally the coolest ones we've had so far. But apparently DC's gone a different direction. Now, what this has done, this has opened up the door now for a new project for Henry Cavill, and I think this is where the news now is hitting. So if we go over to the website Hollywood Reporter, I'll put it somewhere in the background. Maybe I'll move my head somewhere over here. And it states that, well, the title states, Henry Cavill's next play, Warhammer 40,000 series for Amazon. Now, we'll get onto the Amazon thing in a second. Things that pop out straight away in this article for me is that he's basically set to star and be an executive producer of a series in Warhammer 40,000. So not only will be the main star, he's actually, going to be behind the scenes actually making it happen as well. Again, we'll get onto that in a second. Apparently, there's no writers or showrunners that are attached to it, although Vertigo Entertainment is attached to also executive produce. I don't know who Vertigo Entertainment is. Hopefully you chaps can help me out in the comment section below. The article really doesn't give us any big information. It just explains what Warhammer 40,000 is to people who basically don't know what Warhammer 40,000 is. I think the big thing from this is that Henry Cavill is now linked to something big for 40k. Now, I actually heard a few things through the whispers of the warp. I say a year, maybe a couple of months ago. So do you remember when Henry Cavill went to Warhammer World and he was looking around? I'll try and put the footage up in the background. People got to see him and meet him there. He was looking at all the models. Apparently, he was approached by Games Workshop and asked to star in Hammer and Bolter, to be a voice actor in Hammer and Bolter. And apparently, Henry Cavill said no to that because he was holding out for something bigger. And apparently, he then went back to Warhammer World for another meeting. So he's had technically 2 visits to Warhammer World. I don't know what the meeting's involved. It could be this, it could be this, gearing up something big on the cards for Warhammer 40,000. Now, there's 2 big talking points a part of this. One is Amazon itself, and the other is what the hell could this potentially be about? Let's start with Amazon, because Amazon, for me, hasn't had a good time producing shows as of late. I personally think that they've taken stuff like the Rings of Power and they've completely messed it up. Now, if you like Rings of Power, that means I'm not having a go at you or anything like that. For me, personally, I didn't like what they did. I think visually, it was an absolute stunning piece of content, like the Numenor, everything like that. It was absolutely beautiful. But from a story standpoint, I thought it was trash. I thought it was trash on fire, to be completely fair with you. So when I see Amazon connected with Warhammer 40,000, I am concerned. But then again, those concerns are kind of hindered a bit when I see that Henry Cavill is going to be, or potentially going to be, an executive producer, a part of that series. Henry, from what I've heard, loves staying faithful to the actual lore itself. Apparently, this is why he's left the Witcher series, because they wanted to go in a different direction to what the books were telling, and he didn't want to be a part of that, so he just left that series. So to have him a part of this, or I should say a potentially part of this show, and in the position that he could be in, I actually do feel like maybe this could actually be a winner if they do it properly. Now, the next big subject to talk about is what potentially could this be about. Now, I would probably say Eisenhorn, but we know that Frank Oz was apparently attached to an Eisenhorn TV show. We don't know if that is happening. We don't know if it's still in production. Games Workshop have given us no information about this at all. You know, Games Workshop being Games Workshop. Now, for me, if Henry Cavill was going to get involved into something, I instantly go to Space Marines. I had no idea why. I always think Space Marines. The problem is with Space Marines is that it's so hard to get Space Marines right, especially if you have them surrounded by humans and, you know, other non-Space Marine characters, because a Space Marine is completely different. Maybe they could do a show about Valdor or something, Custodians. I know a lot of people say that, you know, Henry's the Emperor and stuff. I've always said Constantine Valdor and stuff like that. We all know that Henry is a massive Space Marine fan. He's a massive Custodian fan. So maybe that is where the project is heading. I'm really, really stuck on this. What story is out there to be told? Which is not only for us, like us 40k fans, we're going to be attached to this anyway, but this is going to make all the profit in getting in the non-40k people. So we have to tell a story that gives them attachment and to get them involved into it. So what story could we tell to get them involved? Again, Eisenhorn was the one top of my head. Maybe we can do something like Commissar Caphias Kane or something like that. Maybe Gaunt's Ghost. Gaunt's Ghost could be an amazing one. Could Henry Cavill be Colonel Commissar Ibrahim Gaunt? I don't know, really. I'm really, really stuck on this subject. Like, what is the perfect story to be told in Warhammer 40,000? Right. That is enough waffling from me. I'm going to go and lie back down again because I feel like my head is about to explode from my ass. So thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I'd love to get your thoughts, feedback, everything like that. Post down below what could be the perfect story to be told by Henry Cavill starring in the role in Warhammer 40k. Also, I would love to get your thoughts on potential Amazon being attached to this. I'm not like the only one who's scared for this, right? Are you scared for it? Post it down below and we can have a nice little chinwag down there as we normally do. See ya. Have a great day and bye-bye.